You want to try?
And a lot of kids with autism do that, where they're not really responding to the person, they're responding to the toy you have or to the activity that you're starting.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. You do it.
Yeah.
With the squeaky frog, I'm trying to see if she'll simply just copy what I'm doing with it. Can she bounce the frog the same way that I do?
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. You do it.
Any typically developing 15-month-old could easily do that.
Be tough. Thank you.
Kids with autism don't imitate, and they don't imitate from a very early age. And imitation is critical because that's how you learn language, that's how you learn what things are in your environment, that's how you learn how to do things.
What's this?
Kids with autism don't have that social connection, and so they miss all that learning that occurs from imitation.
We're gonna go play and go watch Ammon, okay? Let's go see Ammon.
Sarah is clearly attached to her parents. She prefers being with them. She responds differently to them than she does to other people, and you can tell that they have a connection there.
Why don't you go walk to the bus, okay? We gotta get the other children.
There are a lot of myths that children with autism cannot form attachments with anyone, and that's just not true. And there's actually a lot of research about that that shows that they do form attachments to people, including their parents.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam.
Sarah goes to the autism school in the morning, but during the afternoon, she attends a public school so she can work one-on-one with a special ed teacher.
And in the dark and on a train and in a car and in a tree.
The school evaluated Sarah and said that she was, as far as her cognitive abilities to be able to deal with, normal functioning, she was under a year old. And we're just afraid that she might stay there. She hasn't really moved. She's 6.5. Will she be the same way when she's 8, 10, 12? Like the evaluation showed, and it was disheartening when I saw that she's still like under 1 year old. 1 year old, and it was like...
That was like a knife through the heart.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, knowing that Sarah's still like a baby and having it on paper from a professional, yeah, it was like a stab through the heart.
Okay. You know this one? You ready? Okay.
I don't know, how many ways do we measure intelligence? One of the things I see is her problem-solving abilities and Sarah's ability to just figure things out. Know the lay of the land, know where things are kept, know when people are not going to be keeping Sarah under surveillance.
Okay, which one? I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a minute. You find the blood for me. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Good job. I knew you could do it. Yeah.
She's kind of wild, and she's also kind of innocent. And so Sarah will do a lot of things that in which she has no inhibitions, and she's not held back by anything.
Hey, can you find the alligator? Where's the alligator? Where's the alligator? Hey. Right here. Yeah. Where are the apples? Yeah, good. All right.
She is separated from her humanity and the things that we would commonly consider human activity. One of the most important things is to develop social skills. Another part of that, and part of our academic challenge, is to teach these kids higher order thinking skills, abstract notions. So now her first instinct isn't to smack somebody or grab them and bite them. And so that socializing process, that's part of making her human.
She's beyond the age when you would expect to see dramatic improvements. And if she doesn't develop some functional communication, and if she continues to be so socially unresponsive, it will be impossible for her to live on her own or really to be very independent.
Bobby is 14 years old. He borders on high-functioning autism and Asperger's syndrome, and he is from my first marriage.
Okay, go eat chips.
He's very shy. He's a very shy boy. Might be termed as a typical wallflower type where he just kind of like just fades back.
Smart stinky.
Haha.
Arms up, Sarah.
He works really hard. I mean, he knows how to do the most things to help us out, and he's really good at it.
And his big thing is detail. Like he just will really good do exactly every little piece that he has to do. He'll follow instructions to the T. And so when he's cleaning, it's like he does every last little bit.
Bobby does shoulder a lot of burden in being as the oldest child in this family.
These are not needs to be done. Someone has to do it. So I'm the one.
Hey, good time. We'll put the babies in bed soon.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the bar right now.
Thank you, Bobby. You do such a good job.
Bobby's focus is grades. He will come home from school, jump on the computer, get on the internet, and he'll look and see how his grades were for that day.
Wow. Oh my goodness sakes, Bob.
It's still an A-, but
That's really good. Just an
get
A
up to
minus?
an
We
A.
talk about just an A minus. Oh, I had to work really hard just to get like a B average in high school. You are super smart, Bobs.
Equations on the board, and it says in the first one we're going to solve using
Bobby's been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which by definition means that you're in the high functioning range.
what I say.
Most people with Asperger's syndrome or mild forms of autism are not good at picking up social cues.
Hi, come on in, have a seat.
What I'm trying to find out from Bobby is how he perceives social interactions, how well he can do a back and forth conversation.
Oh, all right. What else do you like to do for fun?
Watch TV.
Yeah? What kind of shows do you like?
SpongeBob, SquarePants,
Oh, I love SpongeBob. Do you have a favorite character on SpongeBob?
Squidward.
Really? That's cute. I have a favorite character on SpongeBob.
Am I supposed to guess?
Most people with autism don't initiate a lot of friendships.
Have you ever had a best friend?
I still have best friends.
Oh, tell me.
When I ask him about friendships, I'm trying to see what his concept of a friend is.
I have some best friends in 4th period.
Yeah?
And there's one kid.
Uh-huh.
He's like a class clown.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever see him outside of school, like after school or on the weekend?
No, it's like only in school.
From what he tells me, these kids sound a little more like acquaintances than true friends. I wasn't surprised when he told me about his friends and then he said, when I asked him more, like, do they come over? I wasn't surprised when he said no. But I also wasn't surprised that he really considered them good friends. I get that a lot from kids with Asperger's syndrome. For Bobby, the amount of social contact he has with his friends right now is probably very satisfying to him. And that's a good thing. The trick is all of his social contact is structured by other people. And when he's an adult and he's no longer at school, he won't have those opportunities.
It's okay. It's all right.
Em doesn't like hair. He's gonna get his hair cut.
We're just gonna cut your hair. Can we cut your hair? Oh, it's not so bad. Yeah, make sure.
It's okay. Ammon's okay.
As far as Ammon's autism, he's considered to be on the far end of the scale as being most severe.
Cut your hair too.
It's okay. We're just gonna cut your hair. Okay? If you sit still, then they can get done really fast. Yeah. They can get done real fast. Oh, I know. Here, come here. It's okay. I know. It takes just a couple minutes, bud. Here we go. Whee! Look at that cool hair falling down. Here we go. Get some of the hair off the back. Yeah. It's okay. We're almost done. We took him to the barber once. Yeah, I brought him in his stroller so he had someplace to sit. And he, for one, he'd kick his feet, so he was like all over the floor in that place. And then when he sat in his seat, he was doing this, but probably worse because he didn't know the barber. Barber was funny. He said, "It's okay, he's doing fine." I said, "I probably shouldn't bring him back here again." He said, "Oh, no, it's fine." But I could tell by the look on his face that he would not be anxious for the next visit. All done. All done. We're all done. See? Yeah, all done. Get this thing off me, Pops.
Cute little boy. He's the nicest little thing. He's giggly and happy. He does that stuff.
He can figure out pretty much anything, how to destroy and get into anything, climb over anything.
Yeah, monkey boy, because he climbs on things. I mean, before we were blocking off the kitchen area, we'd find him on the cupboards or on the countertops, and we caught him a few times on top of the refrigerator.
Huh? Amen. Get down.
Ammon will occasionally take off his diaper, and then we'll have to go and clean it up.
Oh, taking off that diaper? Come here. Come here, you. Oh. Ah, yuck. Dang it. You, come here. Hey, hon, can you get me some stuff to wipe the bed? He dropped some poop.
I'm constantly saying to the kids, go check and see if Ammon's naked. You know, naked check. Because you never know. And I mean, it was like, I equated it to like a terrorist bomb. I never knew when, I never knew how often, I never knew how bad.
Open the door.
Like Sarah, Ammon and his younger sister Mary also go to a special autism school. Today we're going in for an update on Ammon's progress. We're worried because at this stage in his development, things could go in either direction.
I think the worst thing that could happen as far as his progress maybe is that he's just not progressing much.
The biggest progress would be is if we could actually see him start to say something. Because he says nothing right now. He just makes noises.
You hold the crayon. There you go. I'll help you.
There you go.
Doesn't say mama or dada or nothing like that. And you know, being 4 years old, you're hoping that they might say something like that sometime.
You want more? More? You try.
In his class, is he one of the few that are nonverbal?
Well, you know,
We're just curious, you know.
it varies year to year. It's a mixture, and that's always a good mixture because then they get to learn from their peers too. So.
Yeah.
Do you remember at the beginning of the year we did Ammon's testing? We used the Early Learning Accomplishment Profile. This is just to give you a rough idea of like where they're at and why we pick which skills to work on. Like gross motor, he's fantastic. He's a little over 2 years. Fine motor, a little over 2 years. Cognitive skills, he's at 1 year. Language, at around 5 months. Self-help skills, he's at around 1 year, 8 months, and once he's toilet trained, this skyrockets because this is where the toilet training comes in. Social and emotional, he's at about 5 months. Try to get Ammon to engage with the peers and teachers. The shape sorter box that Ammon always loves to work with, like all the kids, this suddenly became the hot toy. And so there was a group of 6 of them like taking turns and putting in the shapes. And so, but that was the first time that he like actively like let other people share and engage with the other children. It used to be if too many kids got around him, he would get up and leave, but now he'll stay and let the other kids play around him. He loves to go to pee. He has a few moments where he runs to the door, but it's to watch it open and close.
go anywhere. If there's a door, a lot of times he'll disappear, and we're like, oh, where's Ammon? We look over, and he's at the front door. He's opening it, or watches it close. Opens it, watches it close. He just likes to watch it. And it's cute to watch because he gets so excited. It's like his eyes get bright, and he's waving his arms, he's looking at it, and then it closes, and it's like, it's done.
Say thank you.
Ammon's long-term prognosis is still really up in the air.
Over here, buddy.
Some kids really make a huge leap between the ages of 3 and 5 and develop speech and play skills and can become more responsive. So he's still really a mystery.
You. I have no idea how far he's going to progress, and you know, I've already started the acceptance, and that he may be in a group home someday.
Say cracker. Good boy. Yay!
And it's like, if he goes really far and is able to be independent, that'd be wonderful, but I just feel like I just accept whatever he's going to turn out to be. I'll be accepting.
Nephi is officially diagnosed with Asperger's. He has times when he's just like a regular old boy, riding his bike, doing boy things, playing with toys, whatever. But that if things are not going Nephi's way very well, he will have what is termed as a meltdown. He'll just cry and fuss.
He does it most days. He used to do it every day.
Why put it on my clothes?
Yeah, we know. When you like to get up in the morning, you actually have clothes to wear. Is your t-shirt on backwards? Let me see your tag. Turn around. Oh, I saw a tag in the front. Turn around. Oh, calm down. Nephi, come on, honey. It's okay. Yeah, look at all those clothes. Mama got a ton of clothes. Lots of clean pants. Lots of things. Put your dirty clothes hamper. Is that Nephi's?
I'm the one who hates every work thing I have to do. I hate him. Like the only day I get to relax is on Friday. So it's Saturday, killer. I'm so crazy, I'm so crazy, I'm so crazy, I'm so crazy.
Okay. So this is how you put it together, and then do the fractional parts, okay? Nephi, how about if you do what I asked you to? You focus on that and get 6 of those cut out. That will help me. Okay? And I'll be glad to...
Nephi's organizational skills, I'm not sure that there are any there.
Cream scoop.
And actually, that's another part of this autism spectrum, is these executive functioning skills, our ability to organize our world and our space. And that is something that is clearly a problem for Nephi.
1, why are we making a C? 2, is it odd or even?
He is given an assignment, and he's doing it the way that he wants to do it at the speed that he wants to do it.
Aw, darn. Look, I did an accident.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, that's all right.
Pull it off on the front. You want Lennon to help you
Hey,
finish
this looks kind of better.
Well, it's your choice. If you want to put it on the back.
We want to not create a situation where we're causing these kids to be anxious and exacerbating these symptoms, yet at the same time we feel we have a responsibility to look at what's ahead for these kids. And if the goal is to try and become a functioning adult, Nephi is going to need to learn to follow a certain order of events at times.
Hey, Nephi, I need you to get ready, clean up.
I'm done.
Get these things. Yeah, but you're not finished cleaning up. And look at this. This is a debris field, so you need to clean this up. Get these put away. Nephi, look at me.
Okay.
Please?
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, it's helpful, guys.
What's up, Nephi? What's wrong, honey love? Sweetie pie, what's wrong? Honey, I need you to talk to me. What's wrong? What happened today? Can you tell me what happened today? Tell me what happened, Nephi. Nephi, shh. Best thing when it gets like this is just leave him alone. Here, calm down. Sometimes he just won't stop. I pray a lot to myself when he does this. I really hate it. It's one of the most difficult things about having children on the autism spectrum. I used to dread getting up every day, knowing that I'd have to deal with Nephi's tantrums, like he would have them like that every day. And I really got sick of some of my family members saying, "Is he still crying?" Okay. Stinky bum child, step forward. What has been and what is hardest for me through us having 6 children on the autism spectrum is the never-ending, unrelenting stress. I'm just feeling the weight on my shoulders each and every day. Always wondering, I've always kind of wondering, always doubting and never quite feeling like I'm doing enough for him, never not being a good enough parent. Are you my mother? A mother bird sat on her egg. Out came the baby bird. Pop! We are just so tired, especially me. And some days I just sleep or watch too much TV because I don't have energy for anything else. I feel like an old lady. The stress is unrelenting. Sweetheart, I'm gonna take off your clothes and put on your jammies. Yeah. Pew! Look at stinky socks. Yuck! Mary has a diagnosis of pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified. It essentially means she's autistic to some degree, but it's not very serious, and they really can't pinpoint it, put their finger on it. Oh, that's a lot of shirts, Minnie. Okay, jammies. Do you want to watch Nunu? You got pee? Okay, I'll change your diaper. She is our most social and talkative child. You gonna go pee in the potty soon? You getting to be a big girl?
She's still delayed in speech. She doesn't speak as clear as other children her age, but we can talk to her. We can tell her to do things, go places, actually carry on a conversation.
1, 2, 3.
I mean, it does help that she's going to the special autism school, too, because she's been making some good progress.
Baby cried, you're right. Our little friend is sad. Yeah, she did cry, you're right.
We think that, she'll be able to be a regular functioning person of society when she gets older, because she's doing quite well now.
Such a good helper. Yay! Bork, turn away. You did it! Yay! Yay! Here, push it. All done. Yay! Okay, here.
Emma is 10 years old. Of the children, she's probably the second least affected. We say Mary's probably the least, and Emma would be next after that. But she's still one heck of a handful.
My sock and her.
What? You sure that's not too little?
Those things.
It looks little. Come on, those will be okay. They look cool. In school, if things don't quite go the way she wants to, she gets, say it's a transition, which is most Asperger's kids have a hard time with, or if things aren't going well, or she feels slighted in some way, she will also cry and fuss and carry on. And they have a special room she goes to, so she visits Mrs. Mott's a lot.
She is a very bright little girl, with a lot of potential, but at times is unable to tap that potential because the anxiety and the overstimulation and frustration just completely gets in the way of her being able to function in the classroom.
You could do it. Just think, what do you have to time?
She will be in the middle of an academic task, especially ones that are difficult for her, and her anxiety will start to overcome her. The reason that I'm there is to just more than anything make sure that we can allow Emma to get out of the classroom quickly.
What am I supposed to do?
Let's just calm down.
You were whispering too little. I can't hear a thing.
They were whispering and you couldn't hear what they wanted to do for the answer.
No, I can hear it all.
All right. Well, you know what? You made a really good choice because Mrs. Elder didn't even know that you were upset. She said, I think she just ran down. Emma, in regards to friendships, appears to have less of an interest. Recess is usually a very uncomfortable situation for Emma. She would very much prefer to be by herself, engaged in reading or drawing.
No, there's not really anything interesting I find out there.
I feel kind of sad, you know, about some of her social difficulties, and but at the same time, I sense she seems pretty, a pretty strong, resilient little girl as well.
Sarah, come on out, baby. Sarah, come on out. Don't touch it, okay? I don't want it to fall over. Mary, don't touch it anymore. The baby, like, they always mess up my room. Like, Sarah comes in my room every single chance she gets. And Ammon, he, like, destroys everything. I used to have, like, 4 or 5 posters up, but Ammon destroyed every single one. Like, I used to have this Princess and the Pauper poster that I really liked, but he destroyed that one too. I only got like a little part of it in my dresser. I got really mad at him, and sometimes when I'm mad enough, I start hitting him a little. Don't tell him that.
Emma and Nephi are planning a birthday party for Saturday. According to Robin, it is the very first party that they've had where they've invited other children.
I know. Here.
We sent out quite a few invitations.
Bobby, can you please pick up the room?
We had very few RSVPs, I think maybe 1 or 2 per child.
Two kids RSVP'd. No, 3 kids. Emma said that one of her friends said they can't make it, but yeah, I hope at least one of her friends shows. Honestly, because if none of them does, she's really gonna have a hard time. And I'm gonna feel heartbroken for her. So hopefully, somebody comes. Not blowing from your gut, sweetie. Emma, look at me. You're starting to get it. Just from here only, not from here. It's okay, Emma. I don't want you to cry.
I can't
Do something else then.
Hey, don't.
Okay, nobody come over in this direction.
Cutie pie. What do you think you're doing, Mr. Muddy Hands? Anna? Emma filled her first balloon! Yay! Okay.
Ammon, new baby.
Hi. How are you? What's up?
It's great to see you again. Thanks for having
Oh, that was close. Let's see, here we go. Oh, all righty, good job. Yay. All right in front of you there. There you go, right in front of you. Go forward. Okay. If nothing, donkey won't kick you. You can move forward closer there. There you go. We believe that children are blessings from God. Blessings that we have to do something with. We have to be able to help them. We are their parents. We just hope that they can be totally independent. They can enjoy life. They can contribute somehow to society as well, that they're happy. Sharp. We didn't choose to have autistic children, but they're here. We want to do the best we can for them because we love them.
En el próximo episodio de Rachel Ray, dos invitados muy especiales.